So in an unhealthy relationship, a person should not be using violence to get their way. A person should not be using anger to scare the other person. And that person should not be forcing the other person to do things. A person should not be using bribes to get what they want. And bribes, I mean, they might be using money as a bribe, they might be using food as a bribe, or they might even engage in special treatment. In an unhealthy relationship, right, there is no respect. So what happens is rules are not respected, the feelings are not respected, and your things are not respected, including your privacy is not respected, and there is no friendship. And this shows that it is not a good relationship. In an unhealthy relationship, only one person gets to make the decision about where you guys are going to go, who you talk to, who you hang out with, when to get physical, how to spend money, and only one person has all the choices. And that thing is called abuse, whether you see it or not. And abuse happens in unhealthy relationships. And abuse is when that person is pretending to care about you, but they might be using your money for themselves. They may be using your personal things for themselves. They may be making you lie or even keep secrets. So these people are using you. And when I talk about abuse, abuse comes in different forms. So they can be physical, sexual, emotional and verbal, and even financial. Physical abuse is when a person is touching you when you do not want that. It can also mean they're touching you in order to scare you, and they're also touching you in order to control you. Physical abuse is called domestic violence. Physical abuse can be punching, pulling your hair, pushing you, grabbing your clothing, forcing you to go somewhere, using objects or any other weapons, grabbing your face to make you look at them. So many different things come in physical abuse. Sexual abuse is when you're being made to do something sexual. So it's when you're being forced to do something sexual and being told that you do not have a choice about that. So sexual abuse, believe it or not, can be unwanted kissing, unwanted touching of your sexual body parts. It can, of course, involve rape. It can involve threatening you if you do not have sex with them. It can be threatening to hurt your friends or family if you do not have sex. And it can also be having sex with a person who is not old enough and having sex with someone who is drunk. Emotional and verbal abuse is when someone uses scary and non-touching behaviors in order to control you. They might try to keep you away from your friends and family. Emotional and verbal abuse can be when somebody yells at you or might even be screaming at you. It might be a person who is calling you names or a person who puts you down. And that even includes people that make remarks on your figure. Okay, that is an emotional abuse, believe it or not. Another sign of emotional and verbal abuse is if these people are not letting you talk to family and friends, right? They might be threatening to hurt your family, your pets. It might be a person that is always checking up on you where you are all the time. It might be a person that is always starting rumors about you. It might be a person that is embarrassing you on purpose. It also includes a person that has to tell you what the hell you're gonna wear. Nobody should be telling you what to wear. That is emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is when that person is blaming you for their own behaviors. And now let's go down to financial abuse, when somebody exploits you in that way. So that type of abuse, that type of exploitation, it has to do with your money. When somebody else is spending your money on themselves, that is financial abuse. So when you can't get the things you need with your own money. So financial abuse and exploitation can be running up your phone bill, running up your cable bill, not letting you see your financial records, making you pay for other people's clothes, food, rent, right? Using your bank account to cash Pat's checks. These people might only be visiting you when you give them something. And anybody could do this. A family member can do that. People that call themselves friends, your neighbors can do that. Acquaintances can do that. So you need to understand the signs of all of these intrusions, because things like that are not healthy. And you need to find healthy ways. Healthy relationships are a great thing. A lot of people cannot recognize what a healthy relationship is. A healthy relationship makes your life better, not worse. Healthy relationships do not have any form of abuse in them. And a healthy relationship is a choice that you need to make. It's always up to you. You need to go get the help that you need, but do make the choice to have a healthy relationship.